Hello again and welcome back. I'd like to cover some of the components of the Dropmaster DM12. 20-foot power cord with GFI, standard on all units. One switch for easy operation, on and off. That's it. Everything is automatic. 3/4 horsepower, high torque, low amp motor. Manual thermal overload reset. If there were to be a problem with the motor and it overheats, it will shut itself down before it does any permanent damage. Wait about 30 to 45 minutes for the windings to cool. Press the button. You will hear a very loud and distinct click when you push in the button. It's reset and ready to go. Just like taking a steak off the grill, you have to wait several minutes for it gets warmer and then cools down. Same thing with the motor. Once the fan stops it, the windings will get warmer and then cool down. It takes about 30 to 45 minutes before the overload will reset and stay reset. It will reset much sooner than that, but it's only going to trip right back out again because of the temperature. This is the vacuum gauge where you want to check and make sure that you are getting the 10 inches of mercury vacuum. This is the reservoir for the vacuum pump. The vacuum pump is a true oil vapor vacuum pump. It does discharge a fine mist of oil because of the spinning action. The oil is contained inside this reservoir. It has a grommet with a hole in the top to allow it to open to atmosphere so that it goes in naturally as it would need it. Inside the reservoir is a wick very similar to that of an oil lamp, and the unit will actually draw the oil in this tube as it needs it. You should never see this tube fully full of oil, but you'll see a little frothy trickle of oil going down it. To check the oil, which we recommend that you do daily, you want to check this tube right here. This is nothing more than a sight glass. Optimum level is halfway. You're not going to do any damage or hurt anything if you overfill it. You're just going to use more oil. We ship them with enough oil in them to run for 40 hours. And part of the reason why we ship it for that is because of transportation and any contamination if there were to be any accidents. Because of the spinning action of the vacuum pump, I mentioned it does discharge a fine oil mist, and it's caught here in our oil catch muffler. We recommend that you drain it daily, and there's a 1/4-inch plug here in the bottom. Any oil that's discharged will catch here and then drain out. And there's also, in the bottom of the tank on the backside by the axle, there's a 1/2-inch plug to drain the barrel. The unit does come with 20 foot of suction and discharge hose. We put non-collapsible vacuum hose on so that if you're working on a job site, somebody drives over the hose or does something, it's not going to collapse it and have a problem. We also have our shutoff valve on our suction side and our Y strainer. The Y strainer has a basket inside. The purpose for the basket is to catch any large debris from going into the discharge pump. The discharge pump is capable of handling 1/2-inch solids, but Teflon tape really causes a problem. Eventually, you wrap enough Teflon tape around the shaft, you're going to pull the bearings out and have to replace. So we put the basket in to catch any and all Teflon tape. Inside the barrel is a discharge pump capable of 38 gallons a minute. That 38 gallons a minute exceeds the amount of water that we can actually suck out of piping. It also comes with 20 foot of suction and 20 foot of discharge hose. It is non-collapsible vacuum hose. The ends have brass threads so that you can hook a union or fittings or whatever you need to the end.